everyone, and welcome back to AI for the People. We're diving into some really fascinating stuff today.
Yeah, we are.
It's all about OpenAI's O3 model.
Yeah, this model is really pushing the limits of what we thought AI was capable of.
Oh, it's definitely got people talking, that's for sure. It all started with our recent episode of AI debates.
Oh, right.
We were tackling the big question, is this O3 a game changer? Or are we opening up a Pandora's box here?
Well, and the big thing that everyone's talking about is how this O3 performed on that FrontierMath benchmark.
Oh, yeah, that was wild.
25.2% accuracy rate.
Now, that might not
Now, I know that might not.
sound like a lot to folks at home.
Yeah, it might not sound like much, but it's
Right.
absolutely groundbreaking.
It is. And for those who maybe haven't been following along with Frontier Math, think of it like the ultimate math competition.
Right.
Something designed to really stump even the most brilliant minds.
Exactly.
It was developed by a whole team of like 60 top mathematicians,
Oh, yeah.
including the famous Fields Medalist Terence Tao,
Yeah.
all to really push the limits of what AI can solve.
And you know what?
So-
No other AI has even come close to that 25.2%.
Right.
Not even O1, which was its predecessor.
It's a huge jump.
It's a massive leap in reasoning capabilities.
It really is.
Yeah.
So let's talk about why people are getting so excited about O3.
Right.
What could this mean for the future? Think about it. Faster scientific discoveries. Students having like personalized AI tutors that can adapt to how they learn best.
Oh, yeah. And
Data analysis becoming a breeze.
all that tedious data analysis just
Gone.
poof, gone.
Yeah, and that's just scratching the surface.
That's true.
Imagine you're a researcher, you're trying to develop a new drug.
Okay. Yeah.
O3 could analyze just massive data sets, all that genetic information, molecular interactions to figure out, what are the most promising drug candidates,
Oh, wow.
potentially saving years off the research process.
That would be incredible. And what
Yeah.
about education? I mean,
Oh, yeah.
personalized learning plans for every student. It's like having a super-powered study buddy that can tailor lessons to exactly what you need.
That's a great way to put it. And it reminds me of DeepMind's Alpha Proof.
Oh, yeah.
You remember that?
That was.
It was tackling those problems from the International Math Olympiad.
Yeah, the competition for the best young mathematicians in the world.
And it just aced some of them.
Yeah, O3 is built on some similar principles, but just with even greater capabilities.
Wow. So we're going from textbook problems to these real-world challenges.
Yeah, things that we thought were uniquely human.
Exactly. And that kind of leads us into the other side of this conversation.
Yeah, oh, right.
Because any technology this powerful is going to raise some ethical questions.
It's crucial to acknowledge that, yeah, any tool this powerful could be misused.
Right.
So we really have to be cautious about how we prevent O3 from being used to spread misinformation or develop technologies that could harm people.
Like what kind of things are we talking about?
Imagine an AI that could create those super convincing deepfakes.
Oh, yeah, those are getting...
Or hack into really sensitive systems.
It's scary to think about.
Yeah, those are definitely scenarios we need to be prepared for.
And what about the impact on jobs?
Yeah.
Could O3 lead to job losses in fields like research or data analysis?
It's a valid concern for sure.
We need to figure out how to manage those transitions,
Absolutely. We can't just focus on the technological progress. We have to consider the societal implications as well.
If AI takes over certain tasks, what happens to the people who are doing those jobs now?
Right.
It's about finding that balance,
Exactly.
harnessing the power of AI, but also making sure that we're safeguarding human well-being.
Right.
So we've got all this excitement, all this concern. What's the public reaction been?
No, it's been a whirlwind, let me tell you.
Really?
Social media is buzzing with, hashtags like hashtag #ARevolution, hashtag ethical AI.
I've seen those.
And our AI debates episode,
Oh, yeah.
let me tell you, it sparked some really intense conversations.
The viewers were really split, weren't they? Almost down the middle. 58% saw it as a force for good. 42% had some serious reservations.
That tells you just how much this topic is resonating with people.
It really does.
And it's not just the general public either.
Right.
The experts are weighing in too.
Oh, I want to hear what they have to say.
We had two brilliant minds on our show, and they had contrasting perspectives.
Okay.
We had Dr. Sarah Chen,
Oh, yeah.
an AI research director at Stanford, and she was cautiously optimistic.
I think I remember that she made a point about O3 augmenting human intelligence, helping us solve problems that we couldn't on our own.
Exactly. It's she sees AI as a tool to unlock human potential.
Yeah.
But then on the other hand, we had Dr. Kevin Buzzard,
Oh, yeah, Dr. Buzzard.
a mathematician
Yeah.
and International Math Olympiad gold medalist,
Wow.
and he was urging caution.
He seemed a lot more concerned.
He was.
Right.
Yeah, he's worried about, what happens to human learning and innovation if we become too reliant on AI.
If we kind of give up our own abilities to solve problems.
Right. It's like that old saying, if you don't use it, you lose it.
Exactly.
He's worried we might lose it when it comes to our cognitive abilities.
That's a valid concern.
It is.
So two very different perspectives.
Yeah.
Both raising some really important points. But where do we go from here?
Right. That's the big question, isn't it?
Yeah.
What does the future hold for O3 and for society as a whole? The possibilities are mind-boggling, but so are the risks.
Yeah. We're at a real crossroads here.
It feels like we're standing at a fork in the road, and the choices we make now are really going to determine the course of AI's impact on humanity.
And that brings us to a really critical point in our discussion.
Right.
We've talked about the potential benefits, the ethical concerns, but what about the long-term implications?
The long view.
That's where we're headed next.
When we're thinking long-term, one of the things that I'm most excited about is how O3 could really democratize access to these powerful problem-solving tools.
Oh, that's interesting.
Imagine researchers in developing countries, they could use O3 to analyze local health data.
Okay.
And that could lead to breakthroughs in disease prevention and treatment.
That's a really powerful thought, making those tools available to everyone,
Yeah.
not just the select few. It levels the playing field.
Exactly. And it's not just scientific breakthroughs either.
What?
What if small businesses could use O3
Okay.
to optimize their supply chains or personalize marketing campaigns?
Interesting.
It could really empower entrepreneurs and drive economic growth on a global scale.
Yeah, it's like giving everyone a secret weapon.
Right.
But we've got to talk about the potential downsides, too.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
What if O3 falls into the wrong hands?
Right.
Could it be used to create even more sophisticated misinformation campaigns?
Now, that's a real concern. Imagine an AI that can basically tailor fake news articles to people's beliefs and biases.
Like mind control.
It could manipulate public opinion on a massive scale,
Wow.
further eroding trust in our information sources.
It's a scary thought. And on top of that, what about the job market?
Oh, yeah.
If this starts to automate tasks that people are doing right now,
Right. Are we going to be prepared for those disruptions in the workforce?
how do we support those people?
We can't just sit back and watch AI reshape the economy.
No.
We need policies for retraining and education to help people adapt.
Like we're building a bridge to the future, but we need to make sure everyone can cross it.
Exactly.
So we've got this push and pull, this tension between the amazing things O3 could do and the potential risks. How are different countries approaching this?
Well, it's interesting to see the different strategies. Like
Okay.
the U.S., for example.
Okay.
They recently launched this huge initiative to fund AI research and development.
So they're going all in.
They're really trying to become the global leader in AI technology.
It sounds like they're prioritizing innovation, economic growth.
Yeah.
What about the EU?
Well, the EU is being much more cautious.
Yeah, we usually are.
They're prioritizing data, privacy, transparency, accountability. They even proposed new regulations that would require companies to tell people when they're using AI.
For decision making.
Yeah.
Wow. So they're focused on putting those guardrails in place.
It's two very different philosophies.
Yeah.
The U.S. wants to move fast,
Right.
but that means there's more risk of things going wrong.
Unintended consequences.
Exactly. And the EU is going slower.
Right.
But they're more likely to keep those ethical considerations front and center.
It's a tough balance to strike.
It really is.
But you know what? This conversation's happening all over the world.
Oh, yeah.
This isn't just for tech conferences anymore.
Right.
This is going to impact every single one of us.
It really is. And that's why it's so important for everyone to be informed and engaged.
We can't just sit back and let it happen.
We need to be asking questions, demanding transparency from these companies.
Holding our policymakers accountable.
We can't be passive observers. We have to actively shape the future of AI.
We do. But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's take a step back for a second. What if O3, instead of stifling human creativity, actually unlocks it in ways we can't even imagine? So we've talked about how O3 could change medicine education. But what if it goes even deeper than that?
Yeah.
What if the real power is in helping us be more creative?
That is a fascinating thought. What if instead of replacing us, O3 frees us from those tedious problem-solving tasks,
Oh, yeah.
What if it handles the complex calculations and data analysis? And that gives us more time to brainstorm, think conceptually explore new ideas.
It's like we've got this AI assistant that takes care of all the boring stuff.
Right.
And then we're free to focus on what humans are really good at, the imagination, the innovation,
The creativity.
pushing the boundaries.
Exactly. Think about artists using O3 to create entirely new forms of art. Musicians collaborating with AI to write, these groundbreaking symphonies.
It's a whole new world of possibilities.
It's like O3 becomes this catalyst for a renaissance in human creativity.
Yeah, it completely changes the conversation. We're not worried about AI replacing human creativity anymore. It's about AI helping us reach new heights.
It really comes down to how we decide to use this technology.
It's true with anything, I guess.
Will we let fear kind of hold us back, or will we embrace the potential?
Will we explore what O3 could do to help us be more ingenious?
That's the challenge we face, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not just with O3. I mean, this applies to all kinds of AI.
Absolutely.
It's really up to us to make sure that these technologies are developed ethically responsibly,
In a way that benefits everybody.
Yeah, that benefits all of humanity.
Exactly. And that starts with conversations like this.
Right here, right now.
Exploring the potential, the risks, asking tough questions, debating these things.
That's how we shape the future.
It is how we make sure that AI empowers us instead of defining us.
We hope this deep dive into OpenAI's O3 has given everyone a lot to think about.
A lot to chew on.
But this is really just the beginning of the conversation.
Oh, yeah.
We want to hear from you. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, head over to our socials at AI for the People.
Use the hashtag AI for the people.
Join the discussion.
And if you want to go even deeper,
Much deeper.
check out the full episode of AI Debates.
Well, the experts.
We really dug into those ethical questions with a whole panel.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us on this journey, exploring the world of AI.
It's a wild world.
It is. It's constantly evolving.
Yeah.
But until next time, stay curious, stay engaged, and keep those minds open
Keep learning.
to the incredible possibilities that are out there.